Hey, everybody! Thanks for tuning in to this special coffee shop with Blaizeman. That's right, I am the Blaizeman. And I just had quite a few things to piss me off today. So I had to do a coffee shop, and of course, they don't sponsor us or anything like that, but I'm sure they wouldn't mind. This is what gets the Blaze Man going early in the morning. So, and it's got to be an extra large too. So I got to get everybody ready to for the transition to eventually kick off and get off of these goddamn platforms. You know what I mean? And start producing our own network stuff. And see, I got this. The best thing to do when I was reading how people do podcasts and stuff, so is to have something just a little bit soft in the background, because if it's just you without a guest, you're gonna have times where you're gonna have to pause. So, and having a little bit of something back there, uh, helps me along, gives you guys some comfort, right? Um, what I wanted to talk about is, if I could have a minute to get it up. All right. I know there's a lot of fucking people that would jump right on that statement, you know. But again, I like to thank everybody who's joining us right now on the special edition of the coffee shop with Blaizeman. Um, and we're gonna touch base on this in a why in a down the road. Maybe one of the other shows on the FFN network will pick up on it. But you know uh at the time, the Blaze Man and Miss Tammy's show, when we were doing radio, uh at the time, we were talking about this, and we're gonna have like a special FFN network special of our old radio shows, and in how when this pandemic started and everybody had to lock up and stay in place, and they were saying the argument was is that they were pushing uh these vaccines out too fast. And one of the things that we talked about uh, way back when this just started, and they were rushing these vaccines out. And I refused to take the vaccine. I did not have the vaccine. Did I catch COVID? Yes, I caught COVID 3 times. I also know people that caught COVID that took every shot they were offering. Okay, so, and they still got COVID. Anyways, I know COVID's a hot topic for some people, but and it's something that they got everybody to finally stop forgetting about. But you can't forget about the fact when we were reporting and everybody else was hiding, in the little old tiny network that could, FFN network, you know what I mean? Just nobody knows them. People laugh at them. Oh, what the hell are they trying to do? It's a joke. It's this is that. And we fucking reported on this shit 4 years ago. Okay. And AstraZeneca, one of the one of the big companies that sent out their vaccine, oh, trust it, this and that, right? And then there were real doctors that were trying to say that this vaccine does cause blood clots in the heart area and stuff. You can remember hearing those little secret news stories that came out real quick and then you never heard them again. And doctors saying, yeah, this stuff does do that. It causes blood clots or whatever. They're like, nah, man, get rid of them. They're dumb. You know, don't listen to them doctors. You know. So again, AstraZeneca. Okay, they're out right now themselves, and they're telling people, yes, 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 our stuff caused this. Okay, and if I can get it, see what I can do here. There it is. All right. Okay. So I'm sorry. 'Cause this monitor over here is for my wife. So when I put stuff on it, it blows it up real big. All right. Let's give this lady a break here. Yeah, we got volume per. Let's get it up. All right. And let me load it for you all. All right. So there's a lady right here that's going to tell us on how, what is it? Zeneca. This is the World Health Organization. I don't know what they're going to say. I started reading the article and I'm like, look, I got to put this on a special edition of the coffee shop with Blaizeman. So, yeah. And again, to everyone who's just chilling or if you got the day off, here's a little sip for the coffee shop. I was thinking at the coffee shop, we should have our own coffee made, right? I mean, if we're going to have a show that's called The Coffee Shop, FFN Network should have their own coffee, right? And of course, we would get it from the finest beans in Colombia and all that stuff like that. Yeah. Anyways, let's listen to this woman from the World Health Organization. They're finally coming to the realization that AstraZeneca, the vaccine that was the cure for it all, one of them, anyways, did cause blood clots in the heart, and was wiping people out and stuff. Um, yeah, here she is. Let's see what she's got to say.
And they are looking at these particular signals, and will meeting soon, and will advise WHO on any new safety signals or concerns about any vaccines. And they're currently assessing the reports on AstraZeneca. And as soon as we've got a full understanding of that from our committee, we will communicate that to the public. Vaccination against COVID-19 doesn't reduce deaths from any other causes. Thromboembolic events do happen in the population, so it's not clear whether this is something that was going to happen or whether there was any relationship. That's why it's important to always review any signal like this. This is very important to understand, that they are saying that the benefit outweighs the risk, and that's very important. Now, the only reason there's been a suspension in some countries is that they are looking at those signals. Now, AstraZeneca is an excellent vaccine, as are the other vaccines that are being used. And as I said, we've reviewed the data on deaths. There has been no deaths to date proven to have been caused by vaccination. So
because
it's
you
very
stopped
important to understand
all.
that yes, we should continue using the AstraZeneca vaccine. All that we're looking at is what we always look at.
Hold on. Now, they told everybody, like I said before, I put this lady on the goddamn video. Okay, they said, earlier, that it does cause the blood clots, right? And but because when people did die from it, they were told not to say it was from the fucking vaccines. Okay. So this woman saying that there's no deaths reported, whatever the hell, she's full of shit. It's just me. I just hate when they lie to the people, man. So
all that we're looking at is what we always look at. Any safety signal must be investigated. In fact, it's very important that we're hearing safety signals, because if we were not hearing about any safety signals, then that would suggest that there is not enough review and vigilance. We must always ensure.
I'm sorry, but kiss my butt on this, okay? It says it right there. AstraZeneca withdraws COVID vaccines worldwide after admitting it can cause rare blood clots. Okay? All right? Just because um you didn't get any reports of people dying from it is because hospitals and doctors, they were basically almost threatened to be like, don't say that it came from the goddamn vaccine, you know? And quite frankly, doctors and researchers were researching this vaccine. Like, this vaccine comes out, right? And another company gets this vaccine and they're like, hey, let's break this down, you know? And then even if it's like a 5% study of people coming back out of like 100,000, you know what I mean? Five, okay, died from blood clots, right? So, okay, it's normal. Then you get a few more. And then they're researching this and they're like, hey, man, this can't do that. Yeah. But at the time, it was like, listen, you don't say nothing. You understand? Okay. The benefit outweighs the loss of people. Nothing outweighs the life of somebody. Nothing outweighs that, especially if you can fucking prevent it. Sorry for my French. Okay, it's still early. That's the crazy part. You know what I mean? I don't know, but listen, stick around with me, Blaizeman, here on a special edition of the Coffee Shop. We get a lot to talk about, and we get a lot to make fun of. So just stay with there, right here, 2 minutes, and listen to the guy tell you how great FFN Network is. Okay, we'll be right back.
Hello, my name is Bill, your public relations officer at FFN Media Network. We believe that every story deserves to be heard, every voice deserves to be amplified, and every idea deserves to shine. As a small media company, we are committed to creating a platform where content creators, visionaries, and changemakers can thrive. Our mission is simple: empower, elevate, and engage. We are not just another media outlet. We are a community-driven hub that celebrates diversity, innovation, and authenticity. Whether it is through captivating articles, thought-provoking videos, or inspiring podcasts, we are here to make a difference. What sets us apart? At FFN Media Network, we embrace hard work. Our team of talented creators come from all social classes, ensuring that our content reflects a rich tapestry of experiences, cultures, and viewpoints. 1. Impactful stories. We do not just report the news, we tell stories that matter. From investigating the story to heartwarming features, our content sparks conversations, challenges norms, and inspires action. 2. Innovative formats, text, audio, video, we do it all. Our multimedia approach allows us to reach audiences on 15 different platforms. Whether you are a listener or a viewer, there is something for everyone at FFN Network. 3. Community engagement. We are not just content creators, we are community builders. Through events and collaborations, we foster connections and empower our audience to be part of the conversation. Join the FFN team. Are you ready to be part of something bigger? Join FFN Media Network and be part of a community that celebrates creativity, authenticity, and positive impact. Let us amplify your voice and share your story with the world. Get to know our founder, Blaise St. Pierre, the new guy in the media industry. So, if you think you got what it takes to join the FFN Network family, email us at ffnnetwork@gmail.com. Thank you. FFN Network.
Hey, that's right. I'm back. That's right. Here I am. I know. Calm down. We know nobody's there. Just calm down. What was that? What was that? Message. Message. I know I'm a little mental in the morning. I know. It's because the medication's kicking in and shit. You know what I mean? Anyhow, but look, so you know, again, I really do. I want to do a special and have some guests come on the coffee shop and, whatever, you know, what was their, some of them that do shows for us, some of them that help out with shows for us. And we've been in contract talks with a content creator, and that seems to be going well. Some emails back and forth here and there. Um, but we got some new technology coming out, as you can see with Bill. Bill come out. Bill tell you what the FFN network is all about. Bill costs us like about $5. I said, "Hey, buddy, can you read these lines?" And he's like, "Yeah, man, I'll do it for you." I was like, "Cool." No, so uh, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But again, just be careful. I mean, I know people that got the vaccine. You know what I mean? And of course, they looked at me, "Oh, you're crazy. You listen to all the crazy people out there. This could save your life." And I just didn't, want to buy into it. You know what I mean? It was just coming out so fast, and for me, in all honesty, this was just a big test of something bigger. God forbid, there is some kind of uh something released, whatever, by some terrorist organization in fucking New York or whatever, and they tested it all out, and it failed. It failed. That's what I think. You know. The only thing is I'm missing. Has anybody ever had those Thomases, the tops of the muffin? Because everybody knows everybody's favorite part of the muffin is the top, right? Let's be honest. For me, it's the whole thing, especially when you grill that son of a gun, because there's nothing better than a grilled muffin. Okay, if you never had a grilled muffin before, and you're listening to us from somewhere far away, tell them you want them to grill the muffin. Okay, don't let them cut it in half the long way. I was up in New Hampshire. It's sad that they don't even know what the goddamn coffee milk is. I was up there sitting in a diner and I'm like, "Can I get a coffee milk?" And I mean, God bless her. She don't know. You know what I mean? Everybody has their own thing. And she brought me back a cup with milk, a cup of coffee, black coffee with milk on the side. And I tried to explain it to her, and I'm like, "No, that's." And she's like, And then when I brought up to her, I know this is a comment from Charlie Arch. I know a guy who got the vaccine and he got elephantitis. How the hell can you get elephantitis from the vaccine? Unless that's a joke, unless Charlie's messing with my head, who knows? Um, but yeah, that's crazy. I just forgot about what I was talking about a second ago. But another thing that's been driving me bananas, okay? And excuse me, folks. And we have all of this, like I said, all our radio talk shows. Um, that we have from the Blaizeman and Miss Tammy show, and now it's called the Miss Tammy and Blaizeman show, because they had this poll. We were live one day, we were doing the Blaizeman and Miss Tammy show, and all of a sudden everybody started calling for, "Oh, how come you can't call it the Miss Tammy and Blaizeman show?" And I'm like, "Wait a minute, hold on. I'm the fucking brains of the whole project, you know." I can say that because my wife is at work right now, and that's something else that we'll talk about um, in a little bit. But again, so yeah, and we did all of that as well. You know what's gonna happen is I'm gonna get like 50 like copyright things from Sony, UMG, all that, just for playing this right here. And I argue with them all the time. So when you watch this video, okay, you record companies, okay, I pay for a license and I pay for a service that allows me to play this music. Okay. And all I'm really doing is if somebody hears this that's never heard it before, they'll be like, who the hell is that? And what did I just do for you? Sold that song. So leave FFN Network the hell alone, will you? Jesus. But that's something that's going to be fixed down the road. Okay, what technology is fantastic, and you all need to go and sign up to ffnnetwork.org. Okay, ffnnetwork.org. It's that easy. Go there now and register with the FFN network, because at some point down the road, ladies and gentlemen, we're not going to be on Facebook. We're not going to be on YouTube. Okay. And quite frankly, we're probably going to stay on the platforms that don't hassle us for wanting to speak our mind. Okay. Because that's what FFN Network is all about, giving everyone a voice. Even Bill agrees. Bill will tell you that's what FFN Network's about. And we're going to start experimenting with that today. As soon as I'm done with the coffee shop, I will be getting to work on the website and write some code so we can put the show live on the website. The only thing that concerns us because we're switching to platforms down the road. Don't panic. We're going to be on these little Facebooks and YouTubes for a little while. But again, eventually we're going to want to venture off to our website, to our own company, where nobody, I don't need nobody to go to Facebook or whatever to share my videos. I don't need them. Okay. My website, okay, the FFN network will broadcast their shows on their ffnnetwork.org website. Again, and what I was saying is it's a little issue, but then again, it's a big issue, because we want to interact with our viewership. And so at this time, I have no idea how to do it. So I'm kind of like hitting up some friends or whatever that are good with coding, or give me an idea, because I want to implement a chat into it. Now they offer a messenger type of thing, the website that I work off of. But then now I don't only have to get everybody to come and start watching all the shows um on the website eventually. But then now I got to ask them, oh, get this chat app, and you can chat with the company. No, I want it to be like right there. When you're watching the show, okay, and you'll be able to chat. So I got to find out about that. But anyways, that's what we're doing moving forward. Because quite frankly, it's a hassle. I don't really get much hassled. The network doesn't get much hassled from YouTube. I got to be honest, and from a lot of the other platforms. Who harasses us the most, and y'all know, is Facebook. They're the ones who harass you for everything. Okay, and quite frankly, some of the hosts that do their shows here are like, oh man, I'm constantly getting these things. And I'm like, hey man, there's nothing I can do about it. It's Facebook. And at this point, when you need them, I guess, that's what to grow your audience. But in all honesty, we got a big audience. We really do. So hopefully we'll just grab them and get them on the FFN network. This could be anybody, I think. Hello, you're on the air with the coffee shop, FFN network. How can we help you? I don't hear nothing. Up, they hung up. They hung up, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if I lost signal to this over here. No, I don't think so. Uh-oh. I better not have it that loud. I think I did somehow, some way. Yeah, I lost the signal. So don't try to call right now because I don't hear you. Anyhow, that's what we're doing moving forward. So, I don't think anybody's gonna want to call in right now anyway. So, um, and yeah, stick around with more of the coffee show. Got a lot more to talk about. I know I've been babbling, being a little retarded and stuff, but that's me. I'm retarded. That Karen Reed stuff's getting a little bit crazy too. They've been covering that, or I've been covering that on the way we see it, along with Mr. D. That's his baby. Oh my God. I was wondering where my voice was coming from. And it was coming from this crazy thing called a cell phone. Anyways, look, we'll be right back. Okay? We're gonna play a quick ad and then we're gonna run we'll be back in about like 3 minutes, man. Listen to Bill. Bill's gonna be coming up. He's fun as shit. And you know, and then we'll be right back, man. Stick around for more of the special coffee shop with Blaizeman. And I gotta fix the Bluetooth on this thing too. So we'll be right back, man. Stick around. Oh, scared the shit out of me. I'm not even supposed to be up here talking.
Hello, my name is Bill, your public relations officer at FFN Media Network. We believe that every story deserves to be heard, every voice deserves to be amplified, and every idea deserves to shine. As a small media company, we are committed to creating a platform where content creators, visionaries, and changemakers can thrive. Our mission is simple: empower, elevate, and engage. We are not just another media outlet. We are a community-driven hub that celebrates diversity, innovation, and authenticity. Whether it is through captivating articles, thought-provoking videos, or inspiring podcasts, we are here to make a difference. What sets us apart? At FFN Media Network, we embrace hard work. Our team of talented creators come from all social classes, ensuring that our content reflects a rich tapestry of experiences, cultures, and viewpoints. 1. Impactful stories. We do not just report the news, we tell stories that matter. From investigating the story to heartwarming features, our content sparks conversations, challenges norms, and inspires action. 2. Innovative formats, text, audio, video, we do it all. Our multimedia approach allows us to reach audiences on 15 different platforms. Whether you are a listener or a viewer, there is something for everyone at FFN Network. 3. Community engagement. We are not just content creators, we are community builders. Through events and collaborations, we foster connections and empower our audience to be part of the conversation. Join the FFN team. Are you ready to be part of something bigger? Join FFN Media Network and be part of a community that celebrates creativity, authenticity, and positive impact. Let us amplify your voice and share your story with the world. Get to know our founder, Blaise St. Pierre, the new guy in the media industry. So, if you think you got what it takes to join the FFN Network family, email us at ffnnetwork@gmail.com. Thank you. FFN Network.
Well, good morning, everybody. I am Blaizeman, your host of the Coffee Shop with Blaizeman, on 5/9/2024. Man, 2024. What would you think yourself back in 1985? What would you say to yourself back then if you ran into him at this age? I don't know, man. I know some people will be like, "Oh, Google, don't forget Google," but that would like change everything. And I'm happy with I could have I could take a few parts of my life out. Okay, one I would like to take out the crazy, disturbed, devil worshiping ex out. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. I would like to just fucking pass that up. But then everything just goes the same as it went before. You ever think about that? You ever think about, something that you always wanted to do? Like, I don't know. Say, for instance, you wanted to fucking be a badass guitar player in a band. In '85, I mean, you're making some cake, especially for bands badass, But you still want to meet your fucking wife. You still want to have your kids. You still want to, everything. That other side stays the same. You know what I mean? I don't know. Pretty trippy, I guess. But yeah, that's what I would do, I guess. I don't know. What would you do, man? You can call me 508-974-4231, or you can comment, man. Wherever you are, you can comment. Yeah, you can comment. So I don't know. Let me see if I got this. This is what I was trying to do, was to get this up and running. Yeah. Yeah. See. Mm. That goes there to that. Someone wants to send you a message. Yeah. Okay. I don't want to look at it. Who knows? Right? This thing. That's what it is. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. I know. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I'd fucking leave. I wouldn't listen to me either. Yeah. So we got like Stewart's is going crazy. Let's listen to this shit. And I got a dog in this fucking bone fight. I'll tell you right now, and that's the truth. Let's listen.
Over the future of Steward Hospitals, the company in bankruptcy court in Texas, revealing it has agreed to a June 28th auction date for hospitals in Massachusetts and other states, even though its own lawyer says he doesn't think it can happen that quickly.
This bankruptcy will give us more transparency and more information. My focus remains on protecting jobs, protecting patients, obviously, and really the stability of the healthcare system.
Nationwide, Steward owns 31 hospitals, 8 of them in Massachusetts. Steward's lawyer says our goal remains that there are 0 hospitals closed on our watch. There's going to be a change in ownership in many hospitals. We recognize that, but we don't want to see any of these communities fail to be served. The governor has said she wants Steward out of the state.
I have every interest in seeing things move as quickly as possible in a way that we protect patients and their ability to get needed care.
The Attorney General pushing to appoint an advocate to stand up for patients and employees, adding the office has the authority to review any proposed sale, and we would do so in order to best protect access to a competitive and affordable health care marketplace. State public health officials say they have monitors inside Steward hospitals, and an incident command is set up to deal with any fallout from the bankruptcy.
I encourage people to continue to go to Steward hospitals, go for your appointments, go for your surgeries.
Now, in the end, the judge did agree to allow Steward to borrow another $75 million from the company Medical Properties Trust, which owns the land Steward hospitals sit on. That will, in part, help Steward make payroll.
Yeah, that will help Stewart make payroll, huh? Okay. All right. It says it right here. Paycheck. Let me bring it up. It says it right here. Paychecks delayed for Stewart Healthcare employees in Massachusetts after bankruptcy filing. So, to my knowledge, right after she said all of that, and I commend the governor. She's she's backing up the people. I hope. She said she's gonna. But yeah, so yeah, no, nobody got paid today at Stewart's Hospital. Nobody. And they were saying it. This was today. This was put out today. Okay. You know why? Because everybody waking up in the morning, you know what I mean? Today's supposed to be payday. Okay? And you don't get paid. Nobody got paid. So I guess we'll learn more as the day goes on. You know, and this is from Jeffrey Benetenerini. This is what happens when closed-minded, money-grubbing whores buy medical facilities. Well, yeah, and and they get to keep all their money. You know, they get to keep their money. I mean, the guy's got a $40 million yacht. You can pay a lot of employees with $40 million. You're not going to get the $40 million back. You probably get about, I would offer you like maybe 3.2, 32 million, for it, so, but I don't know. But nobody got paid. They're saying that people might get paid later. I don't know, but the more you put out here about this, uh, you know, yeah. See, it's all over the place. Will staff at Good Sam's Hospital get paid? Here's what happened in the bankruptcy court. So it all kinds of shit got all confused from what I understand in the bankruptcy courts, as far as like payments and accounts being switched because of the bankruptcy and things to that nature. But you know, I mean, there's just a lot of concerns about what's going on. So it'll sell at auction. Yeah, I know that. I know that. I mean, but you got to give people some kind of I tell some people I know that work there. They're like, look, you know, you just gotta hope for the best. It's a medical facility, and they're not gonna let a medical facility close, especially hospitals. Maybe South Coast is kind of hoping that might happen, so they can monopolize the city, but they don't have the capacity. There's I think the city. I think we house like maybe 108,000 people here. Yeah, one hospital is not going to take care of that. So, you know what I mean? But I don't know. All I know is people ain't got paid. Okay, so saying maybe after, maybe tomorrow. I don't know. So, let's try this again. It's not connected. So, hey, you're on the air with the coffee shop with yours truly, Blaizeman. How can I help you today? All right, yeah, you got to hold on a minute, all right? Because I don't hear you. So, let me see. I don't know. Testing 1, 2. Can I hear you, caller? No. All right, you got to call back, caller. I had to hang up on them. We're not connecting. Hold on. Let's do what Simon says. Shut the fuck up. There it is. Hey, caller, you're on the air with the coffee shop.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
So, when you go to the emergency room and you got a 4 to 8 hour wait, you got Obamacare to thank for that.
Yeah.
And you also got Obamacare to thank for all these hospitals that are failing. Some of these hospitals are 30, 40, 50, 60 million dollars in the red that they're never going to recover from. That's why you're seeing a lot of Boston hospitals with a lot of cash buying up cash broke hospitals in southern New Hampshire. So you got one person to thank for this, Barack Hussein Obama.
Okay, so you're saying Barack Obama is the cause of these hospital companies going under?
Absolutely.
Because they're not getting paid?
They're not getting paid. Think about it. Go back before they signed Obamacare in 2012. See how many hospitals failed. See how many hospitals were sold.
Right.
See what the waiting times were.
Right.
It doesn't take much to figure it out. You don't get to be a brain surgeon, although it helps.
Right. It don't, but it's just a point on how, you get like these other big companies and they sit there and go, hey, let's get into the medical business, man. Let's buy 31 hospitals, and then find out that you're not fucking good at it and everything you're doing is wrong, I mean, there's one woman that's suing Stewart's because they got a fucking machine repossessed that she needed at the time to fucking save her life, and she died. The company came in. The company came in. It's like, yeah, we need that. We need that back. Oh, she's hooked up to it. Nah, take her off. Come on, hurry up. We're repoing this. We're taking it back.
Yeah, well, that happens. I see it. I see it all the time. I have people bitching like I've been waiting here 4 hours, and then my normal response to them is, "Hey, who'd you vote for in 2012?"
Right.
I mean, there's a fucking doctor shortage, for crying out loud.
Yeah.
It's just, it all goes back to Obamacare in 2012. And if you read, like Pelosi said, if you want to know what's in it, you got to read it. Well, I have friends that were doctors because I used to be a medic. And I have friends that were doctors.
Okay, you had friends that were doctors, yeah. Are you still there, caller? Are you still there, caller? Testing. 1, 2, 3. Are you still there, caller? Because I can't hear you, all right? So call back. Anyways, it wasn't a Bluetooth because that's connected. Somebody else call in and give me shit. I don't care. 508-974-4231. All I know is like a lot of people were fucking dependent on some shit, And then to sit there and come up with some excuse, You know, people don't understand what the bankruptcy is and stuff. And some of these hospitals have fucking unions. How easy you think it's going to be to sell a hospital that's already carrying a union? Does anybody want to call in and answer that question for me? 508-974-4231. How? 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 That's all I want to know. All right? That's all I want to know. You give me a call and you tell me. Excuse me. You think it's easy that, you know, somebody's going to buy a hospital that's already unionized? You know what? Quite frankly, I don't give a fuck who buys a hospital. Okay? Just as long as people are taken care of and the people that take care of them, you know what I mean? It's just it's hard to talk about in a sense because can you tell me where I can find a good proctologist? Oh Jesus, I don't know. I mean, that's the kind of doctor that most guys want to stay away from is a proctologist, wouldn't you say? I don't know. I disagree. But no, I don't know any good proctologists. I don't know what I do know, liking and sharing the goddamn show. That's what I'd like for you to do. Okay? And call your friends. Get some of your friends in here that's got an opinion on shit. You know? That's all people do is got opinions. Nobody wants to work to get the job done. Everybody just wants to have a fucking opinion. You know? That's the kind of shit that ticks me off. All right? You get, look, all of this. All that hustle and tussling that you're hearing in the background. Just, the fuck? No, I ain't doing that. Should somebody sent you? I never got that before on Instant Messenger. Oh, someone is sending you a message. That's what it says, but it doesn't say anything else. So I don't know. I don't know. But I'll tell you what. The thing here is that what else, you know, is going wrong. I'm just a little TO'd about it. Hey, caller, you're on the air with the FFN Network and the coffee
Blaze, can you
shop
hear
with
me?
Blaizeman. How can we help you?
Can you hear me, Blaze?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Couple things. First off, every single hospital has got unions now. You ain't gonna find any hospitals that don't have unions, except maybe I don't know, like something like a children's hospital, a Shiner hospital, something like that. So no matter what hospital you go to, you touch, you're gonna have nurses unions and workers unions and chefs unions, whatever it is, food workers, whatever it is, you're gonna have unions in them. That's it. You want to straighten the problem out? Tell the damn liberals to quit fucking around with Donald Trump and let him move in and straighten out the problem, and we'll have no problem with the hospitals anywhere in America. Just watch and wait and see what happens.
Yeah. I mean, that's all you can do. That's the problem. You know, that's the problem. Your hands are tied. You're sitting on your hands, you know? And these people were expecting to get paid today, man, and nobody got a dime. You know, after they said it wouldn't happen. So
yeah, but you sure know that the son of a bitch at the top of the corporation, I'm sure he's got all his bonus money and all his fancy payroll and all his racist stipends and whatever else they got. But the poor people who work for a living, they're sitting around there shit and supper.
Right.
Well, fuck off with that. It's about time somebody took and went in and just seized everything, every last ounce that those sons of bitches have, and put it out for the people who earned the money.
I don't know. For me, I think Chapter 11 is a punk out. I mean, look, anybody, you know, you can sit there and say, "Oh, I'll be protected by Chapter 11," you know, and it's like, okay, so it doesn't matter if I build up tons of fucking debt. Who cares? You know what I mean? Because I can apply for Chapter 11, you know, and everything will get, you know, they had to,
Chapter 11 of the U.S. Bankruptcy Code is for corporations only, and it allows them to turn around and say, well, okay, we're going to reorganize the debt. We'll try and work out some kind of a payment plan. In the meantime, we're going to keep doing whatever the fuck we want. And it's a horrific thing to be doing to the people who are sitting there with their hands up in the air, wondering, they're wringing their hair in their hands, wondering how they're going to pay their bills, feed their children, and keep a roof over their heads.
yeah, absolutely right,
These
sir.
poor people working in the hospitals and not getting paid. This I don't know about you or anybody else, but I personally don't care. Fuck all for shit like that in America.
Right. Thanks for the call, man. I mean,
That's all I
look,
got to say.
I mean, yeah, that's just it. You know, all we can do is just, you know, voice our fucking opinion, right? Because nobody's going to listen, especially, you know, I do think that Governor Leary here, whatever her last name is there, in Massachusetts here, yeah, I think she's on top of this. You know what I mean? I do. I think she's gonna. I think she wants Stewart out of here. She's like pissed. You know what I mean? She's like, just get him out of here. You know what I mean? And you know, we'll fucking handle shit. Do
Well,
something.
it's bad for her business too. Don't think for a minute that you can trust her. That is a lion snake in the grass right there. You're dealing with. Watch her like a hawk.
Well, you got to watch all politicians like a hawk, but you know, again, she, you know, that's what politicians do, right? They say the right things at the right times, right? I guess, you know. So we'll see. We'll see.
All right. Sorry, I gotta go. I gotta get back on shift.
All right, now you have a good day at work, sir, and thank you very much for the call, and thank you for listening to the coffee shop with Blaizeman. Yeah, we'll be right back in a couple of minutes, man. You know what I mean? So just listen to freaking Bill. He's got something good to tell you right after I play this ad.
Hello, my name is Bill, your public relations officer at FFN Media Network. We believe that every story deserves to be heard, every voice deserves to be amplified, and every idea deserves to shine. As a small media company, we are committed to creating a platform where content creators, visionaries, and changemakers can thrive. Our mission is simple: empower, elevate, and engage. We are not just another media outlet. We are a community-driven hub that celebrates diversity, innovation, and authenticity. Whether it is through captivating articles, thought-provoking videos, or inspiring podcasts, we are here to make a difference. What sets us apart? At FFN Media Network, we embrace hard work. Our team of talented creators come from all social classes, ensuring that our content reflects a rich tapestry of experiences, cultures, and viewpoints. 1. Impactful stories. We do not just report the news, we tell stories that matter. From investigating the story to heartwarming features, our content sparks conversations, challenges norms, and inspires action. 2. Innovative formats, text, audio, video, we do it all. Our multimedia approach allows us to reach audiences on 15 different platforms. Whether you are a listener or a viewer, there is something for everyone. at FFN Network. 3. Community engagement. We are not just content creators, we are community builders. Through events and collaborations, we foster connections and empower our audience to be part of the conversation. Join the FFN team. Are you ready to be part of something bigger? Join FFN Media Network and be part of a community that celebrates creativity, authenticity, and positive impact. Let us amplify your voice and share your story with the world. Get to know our founder, Blaise St. Pierre, the new guy in the media industry. So, if you think you got what it takes to join the FFN Network family, email us at ffnnetwork@gmail.com. Thank you. FFN Network.
Yeehaw! Yeehaw! Oh man, I gotta tell you, shit's crazy. You know what I mean? I had to go to the can. You know, I had to take a break. Where is that? This one right here is. This one's a good one for my boy, B. This is, I don't know, you know, our age thing is pretty big here. Yeah, this is funny as hell.
Now we got along, my life was real sunny, but only one thing would ruin our fun. I know you love me, but you worship money, and you got mad when I offered you none. Well, where are you tonight? Why did you leave me here all alone? I searched the world over and I thought I'd found true love. You met another and you was gone.
That's funny, man. You know, how do you not like hee-haw? Hee-haw! You know, caught in a web of lies. Check it out. Caught in a web of lies.
At play here is Stormy Daniels denying that she had had a relationship with Donald Trump. In 2018, she wrote a document, and then in later that month, in January 2018, same month, she signed another document. The signatures did not look the same. Do we have those? If we have those, I'd like to bring them up. So let's bring up the earliest one. So that's January 10th, 2018. I recently became aware of certain news outlets alleging I had a sexual and or romantic affair with Donald Trump many, many years ago, et cetera, et cetera. She's saying it's not true. Rumors that I received hush money from Donald Trump are completely false, et cetera, et cetera. So that's January 10th. Look at that signature. Very, a lot of style there, almost as if she's signing the Declaration of Independence. All right, so then the official statement of Stormy Daniels on January 30th, also denying it. And it's a quite different signature. And that has been a subject of curiosity for some time. On that same day of January 30, 2018, Stormy Daniels went on Jimmy Kimmel Live. Let's roll that clip.
Your original statement, the signature on the original statement does not match the signature on this statement. Did you sign this letter that was released today?
I don't know, did I?
Wait a minute, that you can say,
that does
right?
not look like my signature, does it?
It doesn't look like your signature. So you're saying perhaps this letter was written and released without your approval. Do you know where it came from? Do you have any idea?
I do not know where.
You do not know where it came from.
So she wasn't under oath. You're not put under oath when you go on Jimmy Kimmel. But she was not telling the truth there. And this came out in court today because obviously it is an odd story and strange situation. And she said on the stand that she signed Stormy Daniels on that January 30th statement in a way she had never signed her name before as a tip-off to Jimmy Kimmel. None of this is enhancing her credibility.
Boom! I told you. You remember? I posted a video about 10 days ago where I showed you actual proof that Stormy Daniels was a liar. I proved it in that video. And now Jake Tapper and CNN are finally getting around to it. Thanks, guys. Thanks for coming to the party. I got a lot of flack for pointing it out, and today it came out in court. Stormy Daniels lied. Most of the media is completely ignoring it. They have to ignore it. That is a game breaker. She actually signed 2 documents saying that she had nothing to do, no kind of affair. 2 documents, not 1, 2 documents. And now they're going to be examined when she gets on the stand, and defense attorneys get to question her about it in depth. It's going to be delicious. If this Trump trial was being held in a real court with a real judge, it would be over already. Case would be closed. And right about now, even the media realizes they've been hoodwinked.
Just one thing that I've been sort of noticing as this has gone on is that there have been a couple times where she seems to be cracking a joke, trying to get a reaction from the jury, and our reporters in the room have noted that the jury hasn't seemed to respond
No, they're
to
taking
that.
their job seriously.
I mean, what do you make of that?
Humor is risky in the courtroom, especially if you go in with lines, like it looks like Stormy. If something happens spontaneously, if an easel falls over, people will laugh. They're human. But it's never going to work if you go in there like, I'm going to amuse the jury. I'm going to sort of say this clever thing.
My basic feeling is like, wow, this is a colorful, maybe hyper colorful witness.
Daniels says she told Trump of the magazine, someone should spank you with that. I'm sorry, Anthony.
He was wearing silk or satin pajamas.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I apologize. This is
No,
serious.
no.
I'm sorry. I
Look,
just had to laugh.
I can't believe I have to read this on television. It's not going to involve any descriptions.
Better you than me, Jake.
It's not going to involve any descriptions of anything in particular. So
just read it. Read it on the screen.
We're talking about a presidential candidate for the United States. We're talking about a world leader, and the media was laughing. This is a clown show of epic proportions. It's hard to believe that this is an actual legal proceeding.
Well, it was a bizarre situation because you had the defense tell the judge, this is going to happen if you put her on the stand with these broad parameters. It happened. And then the judge said, well, I may ask the jury to forget that it happened.
Hey, how's that supposed to happen? How is a jury supposed to just completely forget all of these juicy details that Stormy just offered up, even though they told her not to do that?
How are they going to forget that? It's not like you're asking them to forget some CPA's testimony about a notation in a ledger, right? And the troubling thing about this is that they lit a dumpster fire in this courtroom.
It's a fucking
Absolutely.
And
I think that was the best thing that they could put that
defense
umbrella.
asked for the mistrial. And
Okay, so understand why they asked for the mistrial. There was no chance that this corrupt judge was going to give them the mistrial. However, it lays the grounds for an appeal later on for this entire thing to be thrown out.
the judge blamed the defense attorney. And so I can only imagine standing there, and it must have been difficult not to say, I'm sorry, Judge, I'm the attorney that told you not to put her on the stand. I told you that you had too broad of parameters. And then when she did exactly as we suggested you did, you ignored that I have a standing objection to her saying anything in this trial.
And she shouldn't have been there. She really has no material evidence to the actual trial. At least that we know. There has been no crime shown thus far. There's no evidence of a crime. Everything she said today, as salacious and tawdry and dirty that it was and nasty, had nothing to do with any crime.
Mm-hmm. And so at the end of the day, Merchant got what all of us expected. Now, this idea that he can make this cat walk backwards is going to be rather difficult. You know, you've already, had this witness go into every detail.
Every detail, except for anything that mattered in regards to what they're trying to put Trump in jail for. Every single aspect of everything that she said, everything had nothing to do with the actual charge. So if there was a relationship, if there wasn't a relationship, who cares? It has nothing to do with the actual case, except for the fact what they really want to do is sully up Trump. What they want to embarrass him to the people.
Including whether the president wears boxer shorts, that he had Old Spice in his bathroom. I mean, that's the level of absurd.
You're telling me a guy who's a billionaire is using supermarket cologne, Old Spice? Really? Really, Stormy? Is that what you want us to believe?
Detail. The fact that you would bring in that type of just completely immaterial detail shows how this judge was a mere pedestrian in his courtroom. And then at the end of all of that, to say, God, he literally said, it would have been better if that testimony didn't occur. And you're just sort of looking around like, you were the one that allowed this testimony to occur.
As you watch this circus unfold and parade down Main Street, understand why we're here. This is supposed to be about some criminal financial irregularity. It doesn't matter what kind of relationship those two had, if they even had one. As I said earlier, Stormy Daniels signed not one, but two separate letters saying that there was never a relationship and that there was never any hush money. I can't wait to hear the cross-examination on that. Obviously, this woman is used to being in some pretty weird positions, but I can't wait to see how she contorts herself when she's asked these questions about these two letters. Trump's attorneys? Nah, that's not Jimmy Kimmel. They're gonna tie her in knots. In regards to today's farce, Judge Janine and Greg Gutfeld really had something to say about it.
One of our producers said that one of the jurors, a woman, had her head in her hands, but I cannot believe that we're having to listen to this.
The testimony that we heard today has absolutely nothing to do with the indictment.
You have to keep saying that to yourself over and over. You may have to tell other people. They may think this was nasty. It was a bombshell. Stormy just, dumped all over Trump. It has nothing to do with the legal proceeding. It has everything to do with trying to embarrass this man again and again and again because they're so afraid of him running in November.
The testimony was irrelevant. It was prejudicial. It was not probative. It has nothing to do with how something was filed and how reimbursement to Cohen and whether it was correctly entered in the books.
And she wouldn't know that. Even if they had a relationship, she has no idea how Michael Cohen, or if Michael Cohen had some sort of arrangement with Trump. She has nothing to offer the jury other than the fact that she's, playing jokes, she's talking weird, she's talking fast, she's telling them about, being spanked, all kinds of crazy stuff that has nothing to do with the case. And the judge let that stuff continue. All it does is make people think badly about Donald Trump.
Period. End of the story. This judge saying to the defense attorney, well, you didn't object enough. Look, any judge worth his or her salt, if you see something happening that is going to jeopardize the conviction, you yourself, sua sponte, on your own, will say, I'm going to stop the line of questioning right here.
This judge wouldn't do that, though. He's got his marching orders from Dementia Joe and Dementia Joe's puppet masters, and their thing is to just get it out there. Just get it convicted. Doesn't matter if it sticks. Doesn't matter if it gets overturned on appeal. Just get it out there. Do him. Take care of him.
Yeah, get rid of him, right? It's just, boy. That's all it's about, is to get Donald Trump in a courtroom. It doesn't matter what courtroom you get him in. It doesn't matter to them, okay? It don't matter what courtroom you get it in, okay? They want to find something to just embarrass the guy, keep him off of the campaign trail, and everything else. And I like this guy, and that's why I'm using some of his content, because he's good. He's good at what he does. He's got a good following too, so I don't mind using the guy. Yeah. So let's listen to more of them.
You say to the defense, to the prosecution, you are moving too close to reversible error here. Let's trim the offenses here a little bit.
And he tried to do that after the fact. He tried to say, in fact, he sustained. I'm not sure if you understand that, but he basically said the defense won 4 or 5 different times when they said, we object, sustain, you can't do that. We object, sustain, you can't do that. So over and over, he was smacking the prosecution. And then afterwards, he goes, well, you didn't object enough. It's like, how much is enough? These guys were going way outside the boundaries. They shouldn't have been doing this whatsoever.
But Mershon, and I heard one person say on Fox, oh, he's a really experienced judge. He's a fool. He's not an experienced judge the way he's doing this. He is allowing reversible error in. He should have said, I'm going to strike that testimony. There should have been a curative instruction right then and there on the spot. But instead he...
So let me just explain what that is, in case people don't understand what a curative instruction means. Basically, late after the fact, but tell the jury, hey, listen, what you just heard has no relation to the actual case at hand. You are not to take any of this into your deliberation. Somehow you have to pretend you didn't hear it.
Says, well, I'll think about it, make a request at the time of charge, at the time of my charge. No. And then he sends the jury out and lays out the prosecutor for allowing this testimony in.
All right, so understand what he did there, what she's saying. After all this crap that Stormy Daniels went out there and spewed, instead of chastising the prosecutor in front of the jury, so that the jury would understand, hey, listen, these guys went out of bounds. They shouldn't have done that. That was bad. He takes the jury out the courtroom, and then when the jury is out of the courtroom, now he spanks, maybe I shouldn't say that, now he reprimands the prosecutor and says, you shouldn't have done that. Why didn't you just do that while the jury was sitting there so they could see that you were reprimanding the prosecution for doing something wrong? Oh, I know why. Because you don't care. You want this thing to end in a conviction for Donald Trump.
This judge is either all in on convicting Trump, irrespective of whether it's going to be reversed, and I would bet my house this will be reversed by the Court of Appeals.
Now, the problem with that, some people earlier said, and I think Greg Gutfeld here is going to say the real thing with it, I think Dana reminds her, is that it doesn't matter. That's what the problem is. Everyone's saying, oh, it's going to get tossed out on appeal. That won't matter. If they convict Trump in June or July or whenever, and he has to appeal it to the appellate court, unless they take it on an emergency basis and they say, whoa, this can't stand. This is so egregious, we have to throw it out. Unless they do that, this thing may take 2 or 3 years to be appealed, way past the election. Meanwhile, Dementia Joe is going to waddle out there and say, I'm running against a convicted felon. This guy, he's done all kinds of bad things. He's been convicted by the court in New York. Count on it. You can count on that happening. Absolutely count on it.
One of the things, though, that Greg, is that even if it is reversed, it wouldn't be until after the election. And what they are hoping for is a conviction so that Joe Biden can say in all of the ads and at the debate, oh, well, you're talking about a convicted felon.
What are the odds that an incident from 15 to 20 years ago would now become the object of litigation just months before an election?
Right.
It's kind of a strange coincidence that the media doesn't really seem to focus on. That might be one question that would make you go, maybe this is political.
They won't ask that. Nobody. You won't see that on CNN. You won't see it on MSNBC. You won't see it on CBS, ABC. No one's going to bring up the fact that, hey, this is like, 20 years ago. 20 years ago. And we're talking about this and we're getting this guy on trial now because it's in the middle of an election. But this happened 20 years ago. You think if people started digging into Dementia Joe's past from 20 years, what they might find, what they might be able to come up with some sort of charges on him? Well, that's what they're really afraid of. They're afraid that if Trump gets back in office, Katie barred the door. Who knows what's going to happen?
I got to say, I love how CNN anchors blush and are shocked by pajamas and spanking. I mean, one of your employees pleasured himself on Zoom.
He's talking about Jeffrey Toobin. And if you don't know what Jeffrey Toobin did, I can't say the word, but you go ahead and look up Jeffrey Toobin and what he did a couple years ago to get him bounced out of CNN.
It's funny watching the media act like Puritans, right? Go to any media event and it's like the Playboy mansion with ugly people. The court case is really about convincing jurors that Trump is a bad guy for sleeping around.
Guy's a billionaire. Was a billionaire, is a billionaire, and he did billionaire boys club type stuff. And I think a lot of people are jealous at what he did. They want to live vicariously through him. And now with this whole crazy movement and where they've taken America, it's like, oh my God, I can't believe this guy used to, hang out with those kind of movie stars. Couldn't say the word there.
It's not about breaking laws, because no laws were broken.
Nope.
Again, he's not charged for the hush money. It's not about Stormy. It's about an accounting method for a legal payment in a business record that had no known category. That's it. What Stormy has to do with it is nothing. All that is frosting for the media.
Now, what he just said is absolutely true. It is frosting for the media. And I would say actually frothing for the media. They could not get enough of this. As I showed you earlier, they were laughing and hucking it up and having so much fun. And now they're talking about, oh my goodness, he might go to jail. It would be so awesome if he would go to jail. They actually began cheering, hoping that this means that Trump is going to go to jail. I'm not making this up. Check this out.
This is not a mugshot. This is jail. And Donald Trump is terrified. You've got to believe just by his issues with odors and smells.
The idea that Donald Trump actually would want to go to jail is ridiculous. He doesn't even like to stay in a hotel.
I think to make a point, to prove a point, put him in the clink.
Why do people watch that show? Why do people even turn into The View?
Yeah,
I feel like when I watch The View that brain matter gets sucked out. These people are the most nutbaggiest people on the left I've ever seen. I mean, I almost think it's intentional that they say stuff just to make it up, but we'll continue.
Oh, why not? Put him in the clink. I don't want this to sound like I'm doing wishful thinking.
Yes.
But which prison would be best?
Maybe Donald Trump will go away. Maybe he'll go to jail. Maybe he will die.
Hear what she just said? Maybe he will die. Not just go away, not just get put in jail. Maybe he'll die. That would be just awesome, wouldn't it? If there would be some way that the gods would step in and Trump would be dead, we'd all be happy. This is our American media. This is the media.
I-12 GIA, Real Talk Real People, about Trump being assassinated. You know, and it's something, I mean, that's crazy that she would say die. You know, so, I mean, that's Raggedy Andy, the former spokesperson for the Biden administration.
That is supposed to be, you know, fair, balanced, unbiased, and they just wish death on this guy?
To be too morbid, but maybe, I mean, he's not a young man.
I'm going to give you, Michael, well, that's what I got. Number one, I'm okay if he goes to Alcatraz and they reopen it. What about Guantanamo Bay?
I hope you realize as you're watching this entire comedy of errors unfold that the America that you knew no longer exists. And on top of that, we're quickly reaching a point of no return.
But Trump is barreling towards breaking this gag order. I don't see within the next 48 hours how he does not do it. You're saying you can't criticize the government? That's what the judge is saying. You cannot criticize the government, the court, or the prosecution, let alone an American citizen. This guy's the Republican nominee for president. Not only he can't criticize the government, he's not inciting violence. He's not making false statements. He has an opinion about the government that's being controlled by his political rival that's prosecuting him. Now, if you can't...
So we'll continue this on the next time. Don't forget to watch the coffee shop with me, yours truly, Blaizeman, on Sundays, every Sunday from 10 a.m. till 11, whatever, 11:30. Depends on how what we got going on at the time. So yeah, tune in to the coffee shop with Blaizeman Sundays at 10 a.m. We're gonna see you later. Thanks for watching us, man. Appreciate it very much.
Hello, my name is Bill, your public relations officer at FFN Media Network. We believe that every story deserves to be heard, every voice deserves to be amplified, and every idea deserves to shine. As a small media company, we are committed to creating a platform where content creators, visionaries, and changemakers can thrive. Our mission is simple: empower, elevate, and engage. We are not just another media outlet. We are a community-driven hub that celebrates diversity, innovation, and authenticity. Whether it is through captivating articles, thought-provoking videos, or inspiring podcasts, we are here to make a difference. What sets us apart? At FFN Media Network, we embrace hard work. Our team of talented creators come from all social classes, ensuring that our content reflects a rich tapestry of experiences, cultures, and viewpoints. 1. Impactful stories. We do not just report the news, we tell stories that matter. From investigating the story to heartwarming features, our content sparks conversations, challenges norms, and inspires action. 2. Innovative formats, text, audio, video, we do it all. Our multimedia approach allows us to reach audiences on 15 different platforms. Whether you are a listener or a viewer, there is something for everyone at FFN Network. 3. Community engagement. We are not just content creators, we are community builders. Through events and collaborations, we foster connections and empower our audience to be part of the conversation. Join the FFN team. Are you ready to be part of something bigger? Join FFN Media Network and be part of a community that celebrates creativity, authenticity, and positive impact. Let us amplify your voice and share your story with the world. Get to know our founder, Blaise St. Pierre, the new guy in the media industry. So, if you think you got what it takes to join the FFN Network family, email us at ffnnetwork@gmail.com. Thank you. FFN Network.
You have just watched an FFN Network production.